All right, y'all. The Giants might have lost the battle, but they might have won the war. And why am I saying this? I don't know. The Giants lost to the Falcons today, y'all. It was very embarrassing. But let's talk about the good right now. Let's talk about the good. The Giants currently hold the #1 overall pick in the NFL draft with 2 weeks ago, y'all. 2 weeks ago. And we don't have to worry about strength of schedule. We ain't got to worry about none of that. If the Giants lose the next 2 games, they're locked in at #1. And yes, there's going to be fans, and some of y'all might be coming after me for embracing a loss today. If we're going to lose and we're going to be bad like this, yeah, you might as well flunk out of it. Land at the #1 overall pick. Get the quarterback that you want for this franchise. And that's what this move really does for the Giants. And it's crazy to call it a move. I think the Giants are still trying to win games, y'all. I think they are, but right now they're still losing games. And it's a very embarrassing fashion. That's why I'm very big on clean sweep. Get everybody out of here. Bring in whoever you want and go ahead and move forward with a new regime, new quarterback moving forward. The Raiders winning today increased the odds of the Giants landing with the #1 overall pick. And listen, I mean, coming into today, the NFL posted about the Giants having the #1 overall pick, but then Tankathon was saying otherwise because of strength of schedule, blase, blase, blah. The Raiders beat the Jaguars. We were definitely rooting for the Raiders today. I know I was, especially after the Giants lost the way they did. And the Giants land at the #1 spot by themselves. The Giants are the only 2-win team in the NFL currently, and they still have to play the Colts and the Eagles. Now, the Eagles might rest their starters in the last game of the season, so that's something to look out for. But there's a chance that even with that happening, the Giants still might not win a game. This team right now looks completely dead. The locker room got to be gone. I'm very shocked. Brian Daboll might finish out the season, but after a performance like we seen today, man, you might see Brian Daboll out sooner. I think the Giants will still hold off until the offseason. I don't see them doing it in season, but it's getting bad, y'all. 7 points. 7 points. And I know some of us were probably worried. I know I was for a little bit when the Giants went down the field, scored a touchdown. They were up 7-0, believe it or not. The first time they were leading in a game for a very long time. They were leading. And then they don't score for the rest of the 3 quarters in this game. Drew Lock is bad. We all knew that. And if you didn't think so, now you can see it first, like in prime position. Giants didn't score any points, failed to score any other points in any other quarter. Malik Neighbors got involved a little bit. Defense looks like they're quitting. Once again, Kayvon Thibodeau and Brian Burns, they're not getting it done. And that's something to worry about for the future because that was supposed to be the future of this team. Brian Burns is going to be here to stay with this contract. Kayvon Thibodeau, man, I don't think we're going to end up extending the qualifying offer for him. Evan Neal, 5 false starts. Crazy. Yeah, I don't even know why I'm recapping this game today. Once again, the Giants are sitting with the #1 overall pick. And I want you guys to let me know down in the chat, man, how you feel about that overall. Once again, it's a down time to be a Giants fan, but ultimately a new quarterback's on the horizon. And honestly, I feel like a new fresh start is on the horizon. I know it's hard to see, and a lot of people, I was talking about it on my live last night. Shout out to everyone that was on that live, man. John Mara is going to be like leaving his fingerprints on this team one way or another, and I think with him at the helm, him being the owner of this team, you're never going to see him sell it. I don't think he will, but it's hard to imagine us getting anywhere with him as our owner. I'm going to be real. He's not his father. And yeah, Mara being the owner is kind of, making me a little worried. But overall, if we are able to bring in a new coach, new GM, and new quarterback, it's a new future for this team. And that's what I'm looking forward to, man, because right now is probably one of the worst. I mean, the Giants made history today, and it's not the right history. 10 straight losses, the worst, losing streak that the Giants have ever had in their history. And it happens to fall in a year where they hit their 100th season, year 100. And this is the type of history we're getting. Listen, I'm ready for the season to be over. I think you guys are as well. And I'm excited to talk about the NFL draft and this offseason because I think this offseason is very vital for this team moving forward. It really is a new start. And once again, I'm glad if the Giants land with the #1 overall pick because you can pick who you want. I don't want to sit at 2 and have to worry about who falls to us or end up taking a quarterback because we need to. You got 2, I think, solid quarterbacks in this draft class, Cam Ward and Shedeur Sanders. If you're sitting at 1, you make the pick. You decide which quarterback you want, and you move forward with him, whether that be Shedeur Sanders or whether that be Cam Ward. And I want you guys to let me know down in the comments, man, who do you prefer at the quarterback as a helm? We have 2 weeks to go, but it's looking like the Giants are not going to win another game, and they're going to be picking their quarterback in this next 2025 draft. And for anybody that wasn't on the live stream last night that were able to catch it, man, I'm not on board for Joe Shane and Brian Daboll to make their pick for the next quarterback. I'm not on board for any of that. That's another topic for another day. But if you're on that bandwagon, man, I think you got to reevaluate it and overall just realize that, hey, Daboll is supposed to be coaching for his job right now, and look at the product that's on the field. All those flags, all those penalties, getting destroyed by a rookie quarterback that's making his first start in the NFL. That's what we're at right now. The whole coaching staff, everybody, the pride in the locker room is gone. All that stuff needs to be taken into account. And overall, I know we can vote and we could hope for a tank job, but they're not on the field trying to do that. But somehow, some way, it looks like we are every single week. Joe Shane, Brian Daboll definitely have to be out the door. Y'all let me know how you feel about it down in the comments, man. I will be giving out my recaps tomorrow as well. But on the Sunday night, man, we just have to be on here to celebrate. Giants hold the number 1 overall pick. They're number 1 in something.